Hi everyone, I'm back, and this time I want to show you and share with you how to make a junk journal. Now I'm not an expert, but I have some some ideas to share. I've done this junk journal a few days ago, and I really like how it turned out, so I thought this would be a good thing to make a video. And I'll start by how to assemble one, and if there will be time I will also go over this how to make these tiles, because it's very easy and it's very cheap, and it's only made from pieces from kids game. This which I picked up in the cheap store. This is the equivalent of 50 cents, so it's a great thing to have and to use in your art journaling. So I hope we'll make it. If not, I will make another video on how to make these decorative tiles. So, junk journal. As I said, I am not an expert. I'm moving this aside, but it really is fun to make and to use. And if you are like me, you are a hoarder of paper, and this is just a bunch of paper that I took from all my stashes, and I want to assemble from this a junk journal. The most of the time there are no rules for this kind of thing, but I do try to keep it in a general size of an A4, and that's because most of the paper we use is coming in the size of A4. A4 is a printer paper, or a simple notebook is folded like this and is in the size of A4. So I don't have a problem when a page is smaller than the A4, but if it's bigger, then I will trim it. So starting assembling is deciding papers that you think will be nice to use and that you think will add something to your art journaling. Like here, this is a piece of paper that comes when you buy a frame. So this was inside it, and there is a lovely bird here, and I thought that black background can be some challenge for me to do a page, so this is something nice to put in a junk journal. These two pages are me a long time ago. I've tried some paint on them. I don't even remember which paint and why did I do it, and it's a long time sitting in my stash. All the papers that I have here, I'm folding in two. You can decide if you want the decorative or a painted side outside or inside. That really doesn't matter. Once it's getting into your junk journal, you will work both ways or only one side of the paper. Again, this is only for you to decide what you want to do. So I'm doing like this, and I prefer to have, like, if I can, so not two pages alike will be together, and I like to have the bigger pieces on the outside and the smaller pieces on the inside. This is a coloring page that I've again tried something, left it, and now picked it up from one of my stashes. The London Tube map also going in my junk journal, and it's smaller, so I will put it inside. A page from an old calendar. So here I'm also folding it, and I will put it here. And if you let's show you, this is an A4 printer paper, only pink one. And if I fold it and I will put it here, this will be my guideline. You can see that several of the pages stick out. When I'm finished assembling all, I will cut it because I like it to reach this length and I don't like it sticking out, but you can leave it sticking out. Again, no rules, just do what good's for you. This is a book page that I smeared some leftover paint. Again, going inside. I've got here 2 pages. I thought I only took 1 calendar page. Never mind, I will have 2. And I'm just trying and I'm putting them on in the middle, but you don't have to. And another coloring page. And it will go here. And I will show you another. Here is a page that was supposed to be a greeting card, also going in. And I also like to put envelopes inside. And envelopes can be used as a page, as a tuck in, and or just as a pocket. It's up to you what you want to do with it. If you want to incorporate an envelope into your junk journal, then here the flap goes here where the crease is, like so. So when you will open your junk journal, you will have this on one side, and in the other side you will have this flap to play with or to glue or to do whatever you want. So that's one way. And here is another envelope which is very long, so I'm just folding it again in the middle and sticking it inside. So it's going to work as a page. I've got here leftover wallpaper samples. Again, I'm going to use as pages in my junk journal. Just folding it in half. I don't think I will use this envelope. A book page, whatever paper you think is interesting to work with. I don't want this one, I don't want this one, and this one I don't want, this one I want. This will need to be trimmed. It's larger than an A4. I think this is enough for my junk journal. So putting this one here and now incorporating also this one and the wallpaper samples, which are going to give me great texture on one side and just the page on the other side. So win-win. I'll put it here. So I've got all the pages that I want, and now I'm just trying a little bit to make everything centered, more or less. this and I'm going to trim this. I'm going to put the A4 printer paper for guidance and just with scissors again, you don't have to do it. I just like it like this. Here we go. This is the inside of my junk journal. Now, the cover for the junk journal is it's better to use some kind of stiff cardboard, like cereal box is good. I'm using this is just a cardboard from a shirt that I've bought for my hubby, and the shirt came folded on top of it, and as you can see it's even wrinkly. I don't care, it's a great cardboard and I'm going to use it for this junk journal. So everything here is junk. So folding it in half. If you are making more than one signature, then you have to worry about making a spine. I'm only doing this, so I don't care about the spine. And of course there are all kinds of binding and making a journal, and you can decide how you want it. If you want it to be a little bit bigger than the inside, if you want a flap that will close it on top. I'm going very simple here. I'm only giving it a little like 2 millimeters more than the size, and I can even remove it. Put again, this is my guide, the printer paper, and I'm just giving it a little bit more, not measuring, just eyeballing it. I don't think that this project needs any measuring. This is having fun. And here we go. Here is my cover. Now usually a cover I will do at the end of any kind of journal that I'm making, because I tend to smear paint and ruin the cover, but this time I'm going with it. So here is my cover. Now this is the middle. Here we are going to stitch. Now I try and put things that will hold the pages. Of course this is too small, but at least here I can put the flap and just hold it so it won't move. And now we need to put holes here and make stitches. I'm going to use this pocket tool. I don't remember its name. I probably never will remember. It's not something that I use a lot, so that's why I don't remember. Someone told me how it's called. Now again, I'm not measuring. I'm just going to make two puncture holes. I'm using this condensed sponge from a kids game underneath, and of course be aware not to skewer your fingers. So just making a hole until it's like this, and then I'm taking this out and going all the way with the pocket tool. Another one, and it's not exactly where the crease is, but again, don't care. So I've got these two holes. Now I'm going to stitch. I'm using this kind of thread. This is a waxed thread, and I've picked it up in the cheap store. Now I know not everyone has it, and not everyone has it in their cheap store. So if you don't have it, you can use embroidery thread or anything that is more than the regular thread for sewing. If you only have the regular thread for sewing, just double it, or even just make it more thick by going over and over. So just taking a piece, and I'm not even going to make a note at the end. So I'm starting here, and I'm not doing it as most of the videos in YouTube. Most of the stitching that is done with binding this kind of journals, they are going on top here and also here. Now, from my experience, in time, this will start to tear the cover. So I don't like it, I don't use it. If you want, go for it. If you know that you want to stitch over the cover, I will recommend to put underneath fabric or duct tape, so the pressure of the thread won't tear into your cover. So I'm not doing it. What I am doing is I'm going to leave a little bit of thread here, because I am going to make a note here, but without any pressure. So I'm underneath now. I'm going now from the underside, and I need to get here, and it's probably moved, so sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but just play with it until you can make it it's in place, but I'm not in place. Here we go. So keeping a leftover here, going again inside, making sure I have leftover. I'm checking on the underside that it's okay. Here, what's going on here? Something just didn't go well. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's okay here, it's okay here. So I'm just going to make another round, because I want it to be firm in place. And again, playing with the needle until it's going through the hole. It's taking me some time. It's not easy. That's why usually I don't do signatures with stitching. You know how I do my art journaling. I'm doing a back-to-back, or taking single pages and connecting them with a paper hinge. So, but for this project, it's stitching, one signature. So let's do just another one to make sure it stays in place. here we go. So I've got the leftover here, which I'm bringing on top, and here bringing on top, removing the needle, I don't need it anymore, and just making a note, and I'm leaving the excess so I will have something to decorate later with beads. Now I'm not putting any pressure here again, so my cover won't be damaged. Here, like now I have this too, so I could have attach the beads. So here is the beginning of a junk journal. I'm trimming a little bit, this is too long, and now you have something to work with inside, and I love it. You can play around with all of this and with several sizes and do whatever you want without any hesitation of ruining any kind of thing. So that's a great way to experiment and have fun. And let's see about the cover. I didn't have any idea, and I'm thinking that I will leave it for the next video, or I'll do something right now. Let's see if I've got enough time on my phone. Not really. Okay, so this will be a part 2. I'll make a part no, this one this one is part 1. In part 2 I will move to do the cover, and then we'll do the tiles that I've promised to show you how to do these tiles. So I'll be back in my next video. Thank you for watching, and thank you for leaving me comments below. Bye for now.